I'm so happy to be here today. It's my first time here at Floor, but not really my first time with Division H. I was with the division last year when they conducted the division speech contest. Now for my topic today, I will be talking about the rules of the 4 contests that we will be conducting for the district this year. When I say this year, the term 2018 to 2019. Who among you know when is our district convention? Anybody? District, DISCON. April 25 to 28. And we are going where?
Cebu!
We're going to Cebu. So,
Old expense.
that will be the culmination of the different contests that will be conducted in the different levels. Of course, we will start with the club. Then the winners from the club will go to the areas. And the areas will go to the division. And then, of course, after the division winner or winners will be going to Cebu to compete, to represent Division H in the DISCON. So we are already, this early, we are already trying to let you know what will it take for a very special Toastmaster to be able to reach Cebu. So let us discuss the rules or the eligibilities of the contests. For this year, our district will still be conducting 4 contests. And do we know these contests? We have table topics, then evaluation, then humorous. And the last but not the least, because the winner of this contest may have the chance to go to, I think this year, next year, the international convention next year will be in Colorado. This year it was in Vancouver. And those who want to really reach the top, be an international winner, you have to win in the DISCON or the district convention. Trivia. So far, even with the Philippine district or District 75 had been in existence since the 1950s. But so far, no Filipino has won in the international speech contest. Now, we don't know. Maybe the next international champion is among you today, or maybe coming from one of your clubs. Who knows? So that's why, as early as now, let's discuss the eligibilities and the rules so that we can be prepared. Remember, it's not only that you're a good speaker, you must meet the eligibilities. Because it's such a pity, you are the best speaker, and then you are disqualified because you did not meet the eligibilities. Okay? So let's talk about the general first. That one I don't have a presentation, but this is a general knowledge and I just have to go through them. First of all, the contestant must be in good standing or a good member of the club. What does that mean? It means that you have paid your dues. So, for example, if you are joining the contest this year, you should have renewed your membership last September, and you need to renew by March. If you are not renewed, you are eligible to be disqualified. Is that the only requirement? No. Not only you, the contestant, but your club has also to be in good standing. What does that mean? Your club has also renewed as a club, meaning it's not in suspended status or in inactive status. It has to be in good standing. So is that all? I need to renew my membership, and I need to make sure that my club is in good standing. Well, there are still other small rules, and let's go through them one by one. Okay? So may I ask, please, to flash the table topics ballot. Okay. Fellow Toastmasters, you are looking at the sample of a ballot for table topics. I suggest for those would-be contestants, you look at this, you study, because this is the basis how you will be able to get the high points. Shall we go through them? Speech development, that means you have a good opening, body close, the organization is smooth. That's a total, if you will be given an excellent mark, that's for 30 points. Next, effectiveness. The way you develop the topic should be logical, direct. You encourage enthusiasm among the audience. You achieve your purpose, and you must be able to get response from the audience. The judges will be looking at that. That's a good 25 points. Physical, you must appear professional on stage. For these issues or matter, we don't encourage contestants to come in jeans and t-shirt. You have to appear professional. Like for the guys, you may have to be in polo shirt, long sleeves, with of course shoes, leather shoes and slacks. For the ladies, you may come in dress. Note, I was in the DISCON this year in Davao. I overheard the chief judge commenting. Remember, the chief judge doesn't vote, but she gave a comment. Why did she wear sleeveless? It's not proper to wear sleeveless. Okay, for the millennials, this may be okay. But remember, the judges may be your past district directors, and they may have the rules in their minds. So I suggest that you just be a decent dress, or if you want to come in slacks, then it has to be a proper slack, not the rugged one. Voice. They will be looking at how you have your vocal variety, your volume, your flexibility. That's a total of, the physical and the voice will have a total of 30 because 15 points each. And then appropriateness of the language and the correctness of the grammar. You know, the is and the are, the subject-verb agreements. Especially, I've been a judge myself. Sometimes when... I can speak loud. Sometimes when the contest is very close, the contestants are all good, the judges will tend to nitpick. So for example, if two contestants in your mind will be vying for the first place, and one contestant had a grammar lapse, then I will deduct 1 point from her, and add that point to the other contestant. I have seen results. Is this working? Is it working? I have seen results of judging. Sometimes it's just a matter of 1 point. So if I were the judge, and the two contestants are really very close, either of them can be a champion. But I heard a grammatical lapse in one of the contestants. Then, obviously, the one with the correct or perfect use of the English language will be my champion. So take note of that. Even if it's very small lapse, but when it comes to show and there's really a very close or tight, it's really a tight race between two contestants, then the one without grammatical lapse will win. Now, if you want to join the table topics, look, sorry, can we flash that? We cannot. Is it okay to flash? So it's not, okay. It's okay. I will continue. So if you are the contestant, as I have suggested, try to study the ballot of the judges. Look for the bigger points. Like there are, remember the first one on effectiveness? What was the point? The first one was what again? Speech development. How you were able to organize. Things happen, and Toastmasters must not be rattled. We try to manage our reactions. Okay, thank you. I will continue. Speech development. If that is the biggest point, that's 30 points, then try to focus on that. Because, for example, all of you are the same in effectiveness, physical, voice, language, delivery. If all of you are doing and you are 1 point more in speech development, then what does that mean? You will come out as the champion. So focus on the bigger points or the higher points, then the rest. But I also suggest, if I were your mentor or your coach, I will not also leave behind the, who knows, only my dress will make the difference. All of you are all the same in your speeches, but because you were so dressed up in an appropriate dress, then you will get an extra point. Now, table topics. So, again, take note of the rules of the ballots of the judges. Sometimes I saw one judge, just as the speaker stood in front without uttering a word yet, she was already breaking the agreements. That's how they do it. Without even hearing yet what the contestant is. There's already a score for the agreements. So we just have to manage that. Table topics. What's the time for table topics? 1 to 2 minutes. You have to speak within 1 to 2 minutes. So when you see the green light, that means you've spoken for 1 minute. Amber light or yellow, you've spoken for 1 minute and 30 seconds. And red light, 2 minutes. When will a contestant be disqualified due to time?
2 minutes and 31 seconds or 59 seconds.
So when you go over time by 2 minutes and 31 seconds, that's it. Even if you're the best speaker, goodbye Philippines. Or if you spoke because you're so confident, I can do this in less than a minute, you will still be disqualified. Because you have to reach at least 1 minute. So my suggestion is this. Don't stop unless you've seen the green light. Because for sure you will not be disqualified due to time if you've seen the green light. And also don't risk too much. The red light will turn on the 2-minute mark. But you still have 30 seconds. I still have 30 seconds to one. But you don't know. You might be carried away. That you thought you only spoke for 15 seconds. But actually you spoken for 31 seconds already. You will not know. Especially when your audience are so enamored with you. They are so enthralled with the way you delivered your table topic. So what do I suggest? Don't stop speaking until you see the green light and start winding down. Try to wrap up your speech when you are seeing already the yellow light. By then, you are sure that when the red light turns on, that's only 2 minutes. If you have to say 2 more sentences, then that's okay. So we remember this one? Thank you, Lazar. Okay. So are we clear on that? 1. It's not my day. 1 to 2 minutes. Dress well and learn to develop your topic in the correct way. Because if you do that, and the rest are also doing that. Remember, this is if you're aiming for district, you will be competing with all the best speakers from all the divisions. So from club to area to division and to the district. Hello? Okay, it's there. However, for next year's district convention, there will be a difference in the way we conduct contests. Because this time there will be a run-off. What do we mean by a run-off? The official start of this con is April 26. But we say it's April 25. Why? Because the contestants from all over the Philippines, and these are, by the way, 12 divisions. We are 12 divisions already in District 75. They will compete in a runoff. What does that mean? Since there are 12, the group will be divided into 2. So there will be 6 contestants in each group. Will it be A to F and G to F? No. They will have to draw lots. So whether maybe Division H will be Group 1 or Group 2, we don't know. It depends on the contestant. So these 6 contestants will compete among themselves. Will it be the same table topic? Maybe not. Maybe Group 1 will have a different topic, Group 2 will have a different topic, because there will be a different set of audience. A different set of judges. You will be in separate rooms. So Group 1 will be in one room, Group 2 will be in another room, and the contest will be conducted simultaneously. So, in each group, there will be declared 3 finalists. We will not declare who is the best or the first, second, third in the round-off. Only the finalists. First finalist, second finalist, third finalist. Group 2 will have also the first finalist, second finalist, third finalist. So we have 3 plus 3, then we have 6 contestants. And these contestants will be the ones to compete in the actual district contest. So that means if you are a contestant of Division H, you will compete more or less twice. First in the runoff, and if you make it in the runoff, you will go to the district. It doesn't mean, but if you lose, or you won't make it as a finalist in the runoff, then you will have no more chance to compete in the district contest. You wait for the next year. So that's one of the changes that will take place. Because can you imagine, judges will be listening to 12 contestants. That's too much. They might not be able really to judge well. Have you noticed that usually, and there's a psychological thing here. Have you noticed, how many of you here have watched a speech contest? Usually, if the level of the contestants are more or less the same, they're all good speakers. Have you noticed that most of the winners come from towards the last parts? Like if there are 10 of you, maybe contestant number 8, number 7. And seldom the contestant number 1 or 2 will make it. Unless they're really better than the other contestants. But if the level is just the same, usually the last contestants will make it. Psychologically, because the judges may be tired already, the last thing that they will remember is not contestant number 1. They will remember the last contestants. So, for this reason, the district officers thought that we should only limit the contestants. So in the district convention, we will only have 6 contestants because the rest have already competed in the run-off. Now, who will prepare the table topic or who will choose the table topic? First, who will prepare the table topic? It will be the contest chair. The contest chair prepares the table topic. And it should be in general nature. It should not be something like, okay, in chemistry, what is the cause, what elements will create fire? You don't say that in a contest. It will be a general nature. So that it doesn't require special knowledge for you to be able to deliver the topic. So the contest chair prepares the topics, but who chooses the topic? Because usually the contest chair will prepare maybe 7 or 8 topics. Who chooses the topic? Anybody? It is contestant number 1. So that's the role of contestant number 1. He or she chooses the topic. Is that it? Once the topic has been chosen, we can start the contest. Even at club level, not yet. What does it take for that topic to be valid? It has to be read by the chief judge. The chief judge will read the chosen topic, and if he or she agrees, then the contest will proceed. But if he or she doesn't agree, then contestant number 1 had to choose another topic. Remember that. The chief judge will agree to the topic. That is why sometimes I hear comments after, what kind of topic was that? It's so chaka-chaka. It's too long. It shouldn't have been a topic. Then blame the chief judge. Because the chief judge agreed to the topic. Alright? And any question about the table topics? Yes. Bro, did you expound on contestants must go out? For table topics, because contestants will be talking about one topic, it is a must that they must not hear the topic, to be fair, correct? Because if the rest of the contestants will hear, remember contestant number 1 is the start, if the rest of the contestants will hear about the topic, then it's not a fair game. Because even if they go out, they will be able to prepare already in their minds how to deal with the topic. So another role of the contest chair, I'm talking of the contest chair, is to make sure to go out to the holding room where the contestants are and try to ask somebody in the main room to speak. So he or she must make sure that she cannot hear what is being said inside the main room. If she can hear, then they have to look for another place to hold the contestants. It's a must that the remaining contestants, let's say there are 5 contestants in a club, contestant number 1 will remain, and contestants number 2 to 5 will go out of the room and go to the holding room or place. Another rule, contestants must not be able to bring any cell phone or any device that somebody can communicate with them to tell them about the topic. If it is warranted, the packets must be inspected. Because this is just to be fair. Because somebody, maybe a friend can just text, this is the topic prepared. We don't want that. Remember our value? Our value is integrity. So, we don't want that to happen. So the contest chair has to make sure that what is being said inside the room will not be heard by the contestants. What else? There should be marshals. I think Raul, you have spoken about marshals or you talked about marshals. We don't allow anybody to come inside the room or go out of the room while the speaker is speaking in front. It can only be allowed if it's between the 1 minute silence. So marshal, if you're assigned as a marshal, make sure nobody goes out of the room or goes inside the room if there's a speaker talking. And make sure that another marshal is with a group of contestants because we want to make sure that they are by themselves. That nobody went from this main room to talk to the contestant. Again, because we want it to be fair. Now, once the judges have deliberated, actually judges don't deliberate. If I'm a judge and Les here is also a judge, we don't discuss. We don't discuss our results. We just put who is first place, second place, third place. Now, once the judges' ballots have been tallied, it is up to the chief judge to check if there is any disqualification. Disqualification would mean overtime. And if there is a disqualification, there must be a tie-breaking judge that must be called. Even as far as possible, the judges must not know who is the tie-breaking judge. The tie-breaking judge will tell the chief judge, this is my winner, this is my list of winners. So based on that, if ever there's a tie or a disqualification, then the tie-breaking judge will have, the ballot of the tie-breaking judge will be counted. Right? So we go to the next, because I think my time is running out. We go to the next. The next contest is, can we flash the evaluation ballot? The evaluation contest is unique because there is a test speaker. That's the fifth time. The contestants must, as far as possible, they must not know who is the test speaker. Why? We don't want to have that notion that since they're friends, the test speaker is a friend of the contestant. It might be that the speaker already delivered in a special place for the contestant. We don't want that thinking. So if you're conducting a club contest, try to invite a test speaker from outside the club, not within your club. And that person should be somebody who is not known to the club members or the club contestants. Now, what is the topic of the test speaker? It should be any topic in the basic manual, from the first to the 10th speech. And it should always be 5 to 7 minutes. Don't get a test speaker who will deliver an advanced speech project. It should always be a basic, from the first to the last. Maybe an icebreaker speech, or maybe a vocal variety speech, 5 to 7 minutes. Do you also need to time the test speaker? Yes. You also have to time the test speaker. It's only that if she goes over time, we don't disqualify the test speaker. We tell the contestant, sorry, you cannot evaluate 5, let's say they have to go out of the room and they give their evaluation. Remember, the evaluation notes, okay, the notes where the contestants have to write on, it should not be brought by the contestant. It should be given by the contest chair. There is an official note. I have it with me, you can see it later. There is an official note path for the evaluation contestant. So we should use that, okay? So we have the criteria, analytical, recommendations, technique, summation. The number 1 criteria, which is worth 40 points, is analytical one. How were you able to dissect the speech? So that's for evaluation. I'm sorry I have to really fast track on this because you still have your contest. Third, we go to the third contest. Can we have the humorous speech contest, please? There. Actually, the humorous speech contest have more or less the same criteria, but it's just that we have here language, delivery, audience response. This is a big one. Laughter, attentiveness, interest. That is a total of 55 points. 55 points. Now, if you are a humorous speech contest, you have to fill in a certificate that your speech is original. In ratio, it should be 20% you lifted from other sources, but 80% should be original. Now, if the judges will think, after you have delivered your speech, if the judges will think that this speech was not original, they have already heard this speech before, you are just paraphrasing it or repeating it, then you may be disqualified. But to be fair to you, before they will announce the winners, they will talk to the supposedly disqualified contestant. They will give you a chance to defend how come you think that this is an original piece or an original speech. But after they have heard you, they will talk among themselves and discuss whether this is because nowadays with the social media and the internet, we can just lift humorous speeches from the internet. And good, if your judges don't know about that, then you're lucky. But what if they know? What if they have read the humorous speech in the internet? Then you'll be disqualified. Again, our value is integrity. In the humorous speech contest, the contestants did not go out of the room because you will be talking about different topics. By the way, let me just go back to evaluation. What's the time given for evaluation? 2 to 3 minutes. You will see the green light at 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes yellow light, and 3 minutes red. Let's always remember that. So when do you get to be disqualified? If you speak at 1 minute and 30 seconds below and 3 minutes and 30 seconds above, those are the disqualifications. For humorous speech, it's 5 to 7 minutes. So green, 5 minutes, 6 minutes yellow, 7 minutes red. When do you get to be disqualified due to time? If you just spoke 4 minutes 30 seconds below or 7 minutes and 31 seconds, you will be disqualified. Will you know that you were disqualified? No. Because when the winners will be announced, the contest chair or the chief judge will just say, we have one disqualification due to time. But they will not mention, sorry, it's contestant number 2. They will not say that. They will just say that there was a disqualification due to time. That's humorous. And lastly, we go to the international. It's very important for the international speech contest, speech contestant to know the eligibilities first. If you're still doing the traditional basic communication speech manual, how many speeches would you have delivered already? Correct. You should have delivered 6 basic speeches in the original. And what about in the pathways? If you're doing your pathways already, how many speeches would you have given? You should already be in level 2. You have finished your level 2 in pathways before you can deliver your, I'm correct, Cassie, it's level 2, yeah? You should have finished your level 2 before you can join. So this is the contest where there is a criteria. You must, so if you just delivered your icebreaker, sorry, but you cannot join yet the international speech contest. The rest, the 3 contests, humorous table topics, evaluation, there's no requirement. Then, for the international speech contest, you must also deliver an original speech. Just like the humorous speech contest, at least 80% should be original. Your own words, your own organization. You must not copy. Why should you copy? If you're really a good contestant, you can come up with a good speech. Your own, without having copied from other speakers. Then you proceed from the cloud, area, division, and district. Time given for international, again it is 5 to 7 minutes, just like your humorous speech contest. So you are disqualified if you just speak below 4 minutes and 30 seconds below, and then 7 minutes 31 seconds up. That's your international. This is the only contest where you have a chance to represent the Philippine district in the international convention. Only the international speech contest. So do we have a specific topic for international? Well, most of the time, contestants would deliver a sort of an inspirational speech contest. Lessons they have learned from their lives, how they can apply those lessons. So a challenge for us is, since we don't have yet an international speech contest winner, let's challenge ourselves. That we should have already, District 75 should already have that international winner. Singapore, a small country, they have already 2 international champions. So let's challenge ourselves. I'm so over time, but anyway, I can entertain a question or 2 from the audience for the rules. Any doubt? Actually, you can download all the rules from the internet. This must be the one that you should look at. July 1, 2018 to June 30, 2019. Because there have been changes, especially in the international rules. Not so much for the district. So if you still have doubts, you can just go to our website, the Toastmasters International website, and download the speech contest rule book. If there's any doubt, you just consult this one. Everything is here. The speech contest rule book. So if I don't have, do we have questions? Yes, Cassie?
For evaluation points, because we are already entering the pathways, and the pattern is different compared to the traditional one. What
evaluation. Remember, it is still up to the judges. That's why would-be judges should attend the November 10 training. Even if we tell them that we should have a different perspective, a different avenue, we should look at the way, because there's a criteria, right? Can we go back to the criteria of evaluation, please, Russell? So this is evaluation. Even with the clear criteria, sometimes we cannot stop judges from being, I don't know her because she seemed unsure of her evaluation. I want someone who's really so confident. Even with that, that's not the way we deliver evaluations. It should always be positive, negative, positive. We have to be open to that also, because after all, even with objective criteria, some judges can still be subjective. But if I were a judge, I would judge according to the criteria, not the way that whether the contestant is doing a pathway or the way that they seek the traditional communication method. Did I answer your question? Thank you, Pastor. Anybody else? Yes? Sorry, may I get your name, please?
Hi, Jay.
Hi, Jay. Yeah.
So, did you tell the person directly who received the time limit that he was disqualified, or did you just leave it to the mystery?
Okay. Thank you for the question. Very important. If you're the timer, we call it timer, not anarchy. If you're the timer, you are under oath not to reveal the time or whoever was that disqualified contestant.
How about the contestant? Because you know that
If you're the contestant and then you already saw the red light, then that's already a warning for you. Again, they will not tell you that you're already nearing 2 minutes and 30 seconds if you are in the table topics. So there's no way you will know unless, but this should not be, unless you ask your friend who is in the audience, we don't do that. Yes, Jay.
she went on close masters, you must admit, is because of, it's due to the fact that you keep giving feedback directly to the person.
Yes. Yes.
So, how is that consistent with the belief of consistently providing good and timely feedback?
Yeah.
The person doesn't really have an idea if the official time
Yeah.
was will be kind of mystery to him.
Yeah.
So I'm just using this for future reference. If
Yeah.
the people who do these rules and implement them consider that fact, because time isn't really relevant, but
Yes.
we could start it and end at different points.
Yes.
So I think it's a good thing to ponder on
Yes.
for future competitions. And as a point for
A good point. But remember, Jay, this is not a club meeting.
yeah.
This is a contest. So the rules change when we are in a contest. Now, how will the contestant control his time? Practice. Make sure that when you see the red light or your ending your amber or yellow light, try to wind it down a little. Because this is a contest. We have strict rules to follow in a contest. But in a club meeting, yes, by all means. Jake, you're already, you were 2 seconds over time. Please try to delete 1 sentence in your... This is a contest. But thank you for the question. Anybody else? I get your name, please.
My name is James.
Hi, James.
Yes, I just want to know, when joining a particular contest, to example, humor speech or prepared speech, are we allowed to credit that to our managers?
Yes.
You are.
Yes, we're allowed. But you must not ask the judges, can you evaluate me? Don't go to the judges. Ask a friend. I want to use this for my pathway in crediting a speech in a club meeting, you must be evaluated. So that after the contest, you can ask the friends, so how did I do? Did I meet the objectives of the speech project? After all, you must meet the objectives of the speech project, even if it is a contest piece. Do we have other questions? Again, this is the rule book. Everything is here. If you don't find it here, then raise it to Daddy so that Daddy can ask the district officers. But I read this twice and everything is here. Yes, make that your name, please. Daniel.
For humorous contests,
Humorous.
do you discourage off-color jokes or jokes that discriminate, may offend race, gender, whatever?
Right. Toastmasters as an organization really discourages biases against race, gender, off-color jokes, green jokes. That is not, those jokes are not in a for Toastmasters contest. Maybe in a bar or in a group of people who have the same liking, but not in Toastmasters. You can make people laugh with so many topics, even without degrading or offending. We discourage speeches against PWDs, against races, against... Usually I've heard people talking about their mother-in-laws. Okay, as long as the mother-in-law cannot get a gun and shoot her. Yes, thank you for that question. So we still have questions. I will be here until this afternoon. If you have some questions, you can just approach me. But this time I have to give way to our moms. Thank you.